Bulls fans, welcome into the Around the Horns podcast. It's your main man, Trysten, and Mario. Psych, Mario's a loser and didn't come this week, but you should be here, and you should come every single week. We do it every other week down here at the Pueblo Riverwalk, enjoying Angelo's Pizza and some Bulls hockey talk. We got a lot of stuff coming your way this week. We are still rocking a fresh 30% off of all the Bulls gear from years past. You gotta get on the website, PuebloBullsHockey.com. If you haven't done so yet in the offseason, visit it, get your 30% off your Bulls gear, and rock it into next season. While you're there, make sure you're seeing every game next season by purchasing Bulls season tickets. We already gave away a fresh white jersey a couple of weeks ago. We may have more giveaways in the future. Just make sure you got your season tickets. Be at the arena, be loud this year, and just be a part of the greatest thing going on right now in P-Town. We got some updates coming from head coach Chris Wilhite a little bit later in this week's show. We've also got some updates from the recruiting trail, and what about everybody's favorite Bull? Coming up later this show, we got a chat with Milan Breczko. You're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to be a part of the Around the Horns podcast, and the coolest way to do that, Mario's not here, losers. It's visiting the Pueblo Bulls website. Come get some pizza and make sure it fits you by next week. Don't go anywhere. We got an awesome show coming your way this week. See you Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast. We are having a great show here tonight. We got a great group of Bulls fans here. Just earned themselves some solid new Bulls gear. And you should have been here because you missed out on it. And you're going to miss out on this next segment because you're still not here. Great segment coming up. Bulls head coach Chris Wilhite joining us. Chris, welcome back to the show, man. It's great to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be here, and thanks for having me back. And it's good to have the Bulls fans out and about.
Always good to have the Bulls fans out here enjoying some nice hockey talk, enjoying some Angelo's Pizza. And Chris, I know you've just been enjoying the last couple of days and weeks, hot on the recruiting trail and fresh off of another trip. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, me and Coach Austin Hoff, we headed up to Denver for the CCM showcase. There was about 400 to 450 kids there that are looking to play junior hockey. It was good exposure for them. There was a lot of scouts there for them to see. But me and Coach Austin, we definitely liked what we saw, and I'm sure there will be a couple of them here.
And I'll ask you a similar question to what I asked Coach Dave a couple of weeks back. It's also got to feel a little bit different going into recruiting trips this year because not only are you now trying to pull the best talent is trying to pull you. When you get out there knowing that you're amongst some of the best in the entire country, especially at junior hockey, doing it at the level you are, what does that feel like as you go into a place almost lounging back in the chair like, come get a seat at the hot table?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different than we experienced our first year, definitely. We're known a little bit more. Our logo's out there a little bit more, but we still got to explain who we are. We still got to do what we do. There's a lot of hockey teams out there. A lot of them have the same thing. We just got to prove them that what we have is definitely top-notch, and that when they come to Pueblo, they're definitely getting top tier.
Do you take the mentality now? We've talked a lot about it in shows past and entering this offseason. The new mantra for the year, Pueblo versus everybody. I'm sure that carries over from more than just the ice into the recruiting trail. It's you against every other junior hockey team out there to try to pull the best talent. How do you implement that in showing the guys that you really are the best and it's you against the world?
Yeah, I mean, it really is us against everybody. It's not just our league. It's other leagues, other Canada, U.S., all over Europe. It's everywhere. But to show them what we have speaks for itself.
Yeah.
The ice time that we get, the training that we get with Antoine, the facilities that we use, the fans that we have here in Pueblo, it's the best fans in junior hockey. There is no other experience in Pueblo or in junior hockey that you can experience. I mean, Pueblo is one of a kind. There's not many other places like this. And again, the fans that we have here, they speak for themselves.
Absolutely they do, and I think especially for what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, what you do on the ice speaks for itself. And now you're starting to see some of the rewards, reap some of the benefits that the players have seen over the last couple of years. When they made the decision to become a Pueblo Bull, it was not just to show what they had on the ice last season, which was a great playoff run, but it was to prepare themselves for the next step. And a lot of those guys now are taking that step.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a bunch of guys moving on to juniors, the higher juniors, tier 2, tier 1, moving guys on to college, but it's not just about hockey, right? It's about off the ice, growing up as a person, maturing, being used to being on their own and handling problems on their own.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we do here, is not just prepare them for on the ice, preparing them for real life situations and off the ice. I'm very proud of what we do here and the development that we give these guys to move on.
Yeah, now how proud are you? And if you can, drop a couple of names. It seems like every single week new players are signing on, getting drafted into different leagues, making commitments to colleges, and it's got to feel good as the head coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we just recently we had Dougie Lakeland drafted or commit to Northern Michigan, ACHA. There's nobody else deserving than Dougie Lakeland. That kid has been through it all. He has heard all the no's in the world, but he does not care any single bit. He took those no's as challenges, and he proved everybody wrong. And he's going to go play golf at Northern Michigan, and he's going to enjoy life. He's prepared for it. He's ready for hockey. He's ready for golf. He's ready for school. He's a bright kid, and he's going to have some fun.
Yeah, and it's got to feel good as well. Like you mentioned it, you see these guys come in, especially guys like Doug that play a little while longer than normal guys, really reap the benefits, understanding that they get to enjoy it while they're in Pueblo, but then taking those life skills and moving on. Chris, I commend you for what you and your entire staff have been able to do for a lot of guys.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, moving forward, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead if you have more.
Nope.
I was just going to ask you, last year obviously didn't end the way you wanted. No season does unless you're hoisting the trophy, but I think you guys are really turning a corner into season 3, and it's tough to say you're turning a corner after a playoff run. Like, what more is there to do? And for you guys and the vibe around the team entirely is championship or bust this year.
Absolutely. I mean, we have some goals that we have as an organization. Last year, we didn't necessarily reach those goals. Like the motto is, it's Pueblo versus everybody.
Yeah.
We kind of have a chip on our shoulder on proving that we are going to take that next step and prove to everybody we are a top team in the league and in our division. And with comes that, it comes hard work. It comes from the guys that are returning, the guys that are going to be here in the future. I mean, the guys that are leaving, that are moving on, they left a big statement here. They left a big stamp with them. Guys such as Milan Breczko.
Yeah.
He left a legacy here. He's been here for a couple years now. He's done what he needs to do here, and signing with NCAA, he's only proving it even more. But the guys that are taking his spot, the new guys that are coming in, they have a challenge. They have something to look up forward to, and they have something to go against. They have a team that last year, I mean, we had a very good team then the year last year, and heading into this year, we're not taking any steps forward or any steps back. We're always heading forward. Yeah,
and you brought up a great point, is almost setting that pinnacle. 2 weeks ago when we had the showdown here, I dubbed him the greatest bull of all time. I mean, hard to argue with the numbers that Andre Blaha put up in year 1, but then year 2, you come around and have a couple of guys break the century mark in points. I mean, it seems like you're just always leveling up what the team has to offer. Is that part of recruiting? Is that almost a detriment to say, man, we got to live up to that? Or those skates that guys are ready to fill?
I mean, we are going to be younger, but these skates, they're ready to be filled. We're always going to have guys coming in that are ready to play some hockey.
Yeah.
They're always going to be top guys. Our goal is here to develop these guys and move them on, but when they come here, they're ready to get after it. They know what they're getting into, and they're ready to have some fun.
Now, Chris, take the coach hat off for just a minute. Hang out. Take in for just a moment the beauty that is the Pueblo Riverwalk, right? We're hanging out here, surrounded by Bulls fans, surrounded by great community. What does Coach Wilhite like to do? Off-season time, you got a little bit of extra spare time on your hands when you're not recruiting, when you're not doing everything that the business needs to be done. What do you like to do?
Yeah, I like to get out in nature. I like to go with Kayla Nelson, my girlfriend. We like to hang out. We like to go out and just kind of enjoy things, get out of kind of exactly what you said, get out of the coach's hat for a little bit, kind of be with Chris Wilhite for a little bit. But no, in the off season, it's not really an off season, right? So I'm always trying to be hockey. I mean, Kayla's always after me. Do we have to watch hockey tonight? Yeah, it's in my blood. I have to watch hockey tonight, especially with the playoffs going on. There, what else would I want to watch on TV? But when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to get out, trying to do anything outdoors. With me being in a rink every single day for 9 months, just trying to do anything outdoors.
Biggest question I'll ask you the entire evening now. What are your predictions? We're already in round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You've got a big game going on tonight. You got a couple of big games going on across the league. One of them just a couple hours north of here. If Chris had to pin a Stanley Cup hoister in a couple of weeks. Where are we looking?
Yeah, I got to say it's a few hours north up in Denver with Colorado Avalanche. I mean, Nathan McKinnon, Nico Rantanen. I mean, there's Cale McCarr. Those guys are just unbelievable right now, and I just don't think they could be stopped.
Doesn't get any better than this. Chris Wilhite, head coach of the Pueblo Bulls. I appreciate you stopping by to chat with us on the show again.
Yeah, thank you again for having me.
Bulls fans, if you're missing it, and you are because there's not many of you here right now, you're missing out on gear, you're missing out on great hockey talk, great pizza, beautiful weather out here in Pueblo, Colorado, but that doesn't mean you're done for the offseason. We're doing it every other week. So we're down here right now. You got 2 weeks to clear your schedule and make some time for us, but you also got to make some room for the third period time. We've got a great interview coming up with one of your favorites. We got some more great Bulls fans back there. Nonstop Bulls action offseason. We're not going anywhere. It's the Around the Horns podcast. Bulls fans, welcome back to the Around the Horns podcast, the official podcast of the Pueblo Bulls Hockey Club. What a great show this week. Enjoying the beautiful weather down here on the Pueblo Riverwalk. Great Bulls fans, great hockey talk, an awesome segment just a few moments ago with head coach Chris Wilhite, but now bringing in one of the best, right? Milan Breczko, one of the greatest Bulls, right? Local legend, Pueblo favorite. Milan, welcome in. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
How much fun has it been playing for the Bulls the last 2 years, getting to do what you've done? Let's get it started with when you got into Pueblo. What a whirlwind 24 months.
It's been a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect first year organization, but I was ready to go. And the first year was a lot of fun. Then the second year, well, the first year ended with COVID, unfortunately,
Right.
but the second year, it was tough not having a full arena,
Right.
and it was a battle.
Yeah, a battle that obviously you won because you end up reaching some crazy milestones, leading the league in a couple categories at certain points throughout the year, and then coming away with your 100th point with still a couple games left to play in the second season. What does a milestone like that mean for you?
I mean, it was my first time achieving a milestone like that, so I was really excited, and also that I could do it with the Bulls. That's awesome. And I'm just excited for the next level, and I'm also excited for the Bulls next year's, and this is my home.
Yeah, well, talk about it first. What's next? You're talking about excited for the next level. Tell the fans out there that have loved you for the last 2 years what they're expecting next from you.
So I made it to the next level. I committed to Riviera University in New Hampshire. Really excited to be a part of it. That is going to be their first year of hockey too. So something I did with the Bulls, something I know I can be the player I was here in Pueblo. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, now talk about the culture as well as you're exiting the Bulls franchise that you really kind of helped usher in. You've got a story here that goes a lot longer than just the 2 years the Bulls have been around. Talk about the culture that you've helped develop over the last 2 years and what you hope continues.
Yeah, I mean, the whole organization is part of the community, and the community here helped us get through the first year. Our fans were awesome, and I just love Pueblo. This is my second home. I will always be coming here when I'm in States. I became really close with my billet family. They're my American family.
Yeah.
I will always be excited to come back here and see everybody, my billet family, the coaches, my friends outside of hockey, and just I'm going to miss this place.
Yeah, but how much have things changed for you as well? Coming in, obviously, entirely new world for you, entirely new place, new faces, and you're kind of thrown right into the middle of it, expected to float. And how have things changed for you? How much more comfortable on the ice, off the ice have you become as a person?
I think I grew up a lot outside of hockey and in hockey. I mean, I've been here 2 years, so this is my fourth year in United States, so I think my English got a little better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up a lot mentally, and yeah, this has helped me a lot.
Well, listen, I wish you nothing but the best. If you could leave a message for guys that are looking to come to Pueblo and become a part of the Bulls, or maybe guys that are on their way out as well, a message for them of either positivity or what's going to get them to the next level.
If you're looking to play junior hockey, definitely come to Pueblo, play for the Bulls. Community is awesome here. Everybody will take care of you. We have great billet families, great coaching staff. The coaches will get you to the next level if that's what you want. And yeah.
Milan forgot to mention as well, Pueblo's got some legends already. I mean, I haven't seen any official number retirements in Bulls history, but man, there's a laundry list of guys that deserve it. Milan Breczko, again, one of the best Bulls to ever do it. Thanks for taking some time out of your off season and come and chat with us on the podcast.
Thank you.
And for the Bulls fans, again, already 3 shows into the offseason. If you haven't already cleared your schedule, I'm going to tell you one more time because Mario's not here to tell you. Every other Wednesday, clear your calendars. Make it down here to the Pueblo Riverwalk. Get yourself some Angelo's Pizza. Get yourself some free swag. Get yourself in the know about the Pueblo Bulls Hockey Club. You may even get the chance to hang out with a player like Milan, one of your favorites that have been here the entire time. We had a great crew here joining us tonight. We hope you'll stick around and join us again in 2 weeks. Bulls fans, stay the best.